What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris with the grand finals from TPL4. Yes, this is going to be it, and unfortunately something went wrong and there's an all-pick game instead of a CM game, so we don't know what the pick order was. But what we do know is that there's a PA on the field. Let's go over the lineups in its entirety first before we look into the strategy behind them. Admiral Bulldog, I'm sure this one was picked up relatively early. Nature's Prophet, as well as the Keeper of the Light, is going to be played by Aki. S4 is Magnus, probably the first three picks for Alliance. EGM is going to be playing support Windrunner, and that of course leaves Loda, who you could bet was the last pick from the Alliance side on that PA. On the Liquid side, I guess first they probably picked the Lifestealer for TC, then probably the Rubik for IX Mike, then probably the TA's Korok for TA. Might have been Fluff's Lina or Bulba on the Juggernaut. But either way, we are going to be seeing a very, very late game oriented lineup for Liquid. I mean, Korok as well as Bulba probably going to look to shut down the Alliance side as much as they can, using their early game physical and magical damage together with IX Mike and Fluff's support. But TC is most likely just going to be farming away, whereas Alliance, they're going to be protecting Loda as much as they can. If they can bring it to the late game, then the Empower on the Phantom Assassin will be more than enough to cleave through the entirety of Liquid. So PA really just needs a lot of farm, and wow, look at this courier, that is beautiful. So yeah, Liquid did get here by going through the losers bracket, getting knocked down first, I believe, and then they just came all the way through. Alliance came through the winners bracket after beating VP and someone else. Was it Fnatic? I think it was no, it was I don't even remember who it was, quite honestly. It was definitely Fnatic. It had to be Fnatic. Fnatic and VP, I think, were the ones that Alliance beat. So no, or was it Liquid? It was Liquid. So this is the second time that they're going to meet each other, I think. I have no idea. Yeah, this is going to be best of 5, by the way, so first 3 victories is going to take it home, and this is game number 1, but Alliance already starting off with a 1 game lead, because I'm not sure if it's because they met before and they won, if that's why they have that, or if it's just because they came from the winners bracket. Either way, Alliance only have to win 2 games, and Liquid have to win 3. So we're going to see how these lanes shape up for the Liquid side. Looks like it's going to be an aggressive tri-lane with the Juggernaut. And this is a very good kill lane if IX Mike can get close enough to do this. Oh, you got to be so careful, Loda. You got to be so careful. IX Mike, why aren't you going down the hill, bro? Go down the hill and start setting up for Bulba. Oh, they could have... Well, I mean, they do have a ward, Alliance, but I feel like they could have just pushed Loda that much further out of the base. Regardless, the rune is going to be on the bottom lane where TC is going to find. He's going to be going toe-to-toe with Admiral Bulldog, and with the haste rune right off the bat, he's going to be forced to push Bulldog right back to his tower. However, the Treants are still available. With 4 there, they're going to hold the creep wave. So TC going to have a little bit of difficulty from the get-go, although he does have Quelling Blade, Stout Shield, plus Feast, all at level 1. And TC should be fine to deal with this lane. Mid lane is going to be Korok versus S4. You can see S4 doing the smart thing, getting the Empower, just trying to combat Korok's last hitting power with the Refraction with a little bit of a damage buff of his own. But regardless, this lane should go mainly towards Korok, especially once he gets his bottle up. They're both going to be rushing bottle. S4 just a little bit closer than Korok is at the moment. But the mid lane and the bottom lane should be relatively tame. If we are going to see any action, it's going to be most likely happening on this top side, where I gotta hand it once again to the Liquid side. If they get a telekinesis on pretty much anyone, then Bulba's gonna have enough time to jump through and shred the entirety of Alliance, and there's nothing that Alliance could do once that Blade Fury is active. They're gonna be forced to take the damage. It might be a little bit of a hassle for Liquid to stick onto the Windrunner with Windrun, as well as Loda with that Phantom Strike. She'll be able to, the PA will be able to blink herself away. But if the Keeper of the Light gets caught out, then Aki is as good as dead. This old man is fast, but yeah, with the LSA as well as the telekinesis to set up, the low HP pool of the Keeper of the Light will not be kind to him. So Liquid, they're going to be looking to get as many kills as they can, possibly do a little bit of creep jacking. Really, this lane is designed 100% to get kills, whereas normally we see the Juggernaut picked up with a pushing comp. This is not the pushing comp that Liquid are aiming for. Rubik as well as Lina cannot do that. They need to get kills on this lane. If not, then Bulba's definitely going to follow right behind. I guess if he creep jacks this much, that's also going to be an effective way to get him a little bit of farm as well. Bulba's going to get slowed down a little bit, but he should be fine. But yeah, basically this Liquid tri-lane needs to get kills, or at least shut down Loda. But Loda with a PA, actually, usually think that PA as a soft, squishy carry hero who, if you put a little bit of aggression on her, she's not going to get much farm. But Stifling Dagger is actually a really fantastic tool for getting last hits, even if you're getting zoned really hard by the enemy support heroes. So Loda, either way, will be able to find a little bit of gold on this top lane doing stuff like that. So she will find her levels, and she will stay relatively safe. Alliance don't really have too much stun to really deal with this tri-lane of Liquid. Really, the crowd control as well as the damage potential are both in favor of the Liquid side, and Bulba should be getting a lot more farm than Loda. What is going well for Alliance, though, is that S4 is standing pretty much toe-to-toe with Korok. Both of them do have their boots. Is Korok? This better be a bottle. Okay. I'm like, he went boots instead of bottle? That is very peculiar. S4 doing okay in this mid lane, all things considered, but Korok should be able to make this happen, although getting skewered back with a double damage rune on S4. This might be the death of Korok. It is going to be the death of Korok. And Korok getting a little bit too over-aggressive. S4 just finding that angle with a level 1 skewer. Very, very short cast range, but long enough to bring the soft TA into the tower. And that was, he brought him, the Mag brought the TA in as soon as the last, or there was one more tick of refraction available for the TA when she got skewered back. So one tower shot was blocked, but that's about it. S4 finding a kill on this mid lane, whereas normally you would expect a TA to dominate the Magnus, especially a TA played by Korok to dominate the mid lane. S4 just finding that small opportunity to get in there with that skewer is going to put him very much so ahead of the enemy. Fortunately for Liquid, they do have the Lifestealer to kind of counteract the slightly behind lane of their mid lane, with a Lifestealer going toe-to-toe with the Nature's Prophet, Admiral Bulldog, not getting too much. TC could actually look to get a little bit aggressive on this Nature's Prophet as well. If he steps up a little bit too far, the phase boots on the Lifestealer as well as the Rage will mean that the Nature's Prophet is easy pickings for TC to actually get a kill on, because he does have the Quelling Blade as well to chop through any sprouts that may be impeding his way. So yeah, the Nature's Prophet has got to be a little bit careful. If he steps up a little bit too close, TC can easily dive a little bit aggressively and have Infest to keep himself safe in the meantime. So we'll have to keep our eye on pretty much all the lanes now, which is going to mean I'm going to be missing kills. I'm going to catch the next kill, but I'm going to miss the kill right after that. Just calling it right now, guys. Going to be realistic about this. It's most likely going to be on Korok, who's going to be skewered back in. Not to say that Korok's a bad player or anything. I'm just saying that's what's going to happen. Or it might be on this top lane, where everyone from Liquid is going to take a face full of horse. Actually, level 1 Illuminate doesn't have any horses yet, so I guess there's not quite as much horse as I thought there would be. Liquid, they're getting a lot of farm on Bulba. He's pretty high up there on the gold minute chart, not ahead of Loda though. Loda actually has 19 CS, not doing too bad for him. The pressure from Liquid so far, not there. The Rubik as well as Lina haven't found a good opportunity to get an actual lift up onto this PA. That means there hasn't been any attempt for any aggression from the Liquid side. They could still go for EGM. Little do the Liquid side know that EGM does not in fact have that win run just yet. So these are all viable targets for the Liquid side to go for. And speaking of viable targets, Admiral Bulldog going to be forced to TP out of there. TC just with the open wounds. Oh no, he baited it out. He baited out the teleport. Now he can actually get this kill. Admiral Bulldog just got mind gamed hard by TC. He's going to try to salve through, but all TC needs is some Infest damage. We'll find it right now. Infest, Infest, Infest. There you go. One more hit as well. TC, chop through the trees and make your way out of there. You, sir, have earned that kill. Admiral Bulldog being super greedy, canceling his teleportation, thinking that TC has already backed off, but TC is more than happy to turn around. He is going to run straight into Loda. I don't think Loda could take this 1v1, but definitely with S4, is TC going to take an RP straight to the face. Here comes Korok to help out. They might be able to turn this one round to get S4. They will be able to do that. Loda going to try to clean up the rest of the Lifestealer's HP. Lifestealer very low on HP. Will take a dive in the tier 1 tower or tier 2 tower. It looks like TC going to drop, and he is going to die not to Loda. So I guess that is the best way to get out of there as the Lifestealer, who was pretty much screwed anyway now. Korok also on the run, should be just fine to make it out of there, but TC getting himself 2 kills in exchange for 1 death to the Dire. So that was split gold, not giving the full bounty up to that Phantom Assassin. Either way, the RP was used, and really just minor effective roaming. Minor roaming from Korok, yet very effective in helping the Lifestealer, who went super aggressive. And in the meantime, not sure what happened on this top lane. I guess just got hit by a Shackle Shot and a Illuminate, I guess. Bulba kind of getting roughed up, which shouldn't really have happened, but TA coming up towards the top lane. This might be the aggression that Liquid's looking for. I mean, Bulba's really not doing too great as far as the levels go. A tri-lane Juggernaut. Juggernaut needs levels more so than he needs farm. So that's why this lane is mostly oriented towards killing. If you just have the experience split 3 ways, you're not going to be getting as much mileage out of your Juggernaut as you ordinarily would have, where he would be about TC's level 8 if he was in a different situation. Instead, he's not even at that Omni Slash mark. And you want to get that Omni Slash as soon as possible, because usually one Omni Slash equals 1 kill at the very, very least. So Juggernaut's going to be looking for a couple levels there. Liquid side are going to have the opportunity to push down this tower with a double damage onto Korok. Will tank up all their charges of refraction with that. He's going to take some horses straight to the face, however. Korok going to drop awful low from that, but he does have a bottle. Will be fine. And Bulba actually going to the mid lane, actually going to find his levels there. A little bit of a switcheroo between Korok and Bulba. Tower, though, still taking a little bit of damage. Korok is going to have to deal with a mag, though, slowed down by the Stifling Dagger. Where's the RP? It's coming in. LSA going to miss because of the delayed TP. S4 does not have an RP, but Korok's going to die regardless. Huge crit, going to kill the TA, and now Ix Mike going to get skewered straight down with the teleportation coming in from Bulldog. LSA is going to land from Fluff. He is on the run out of mana, and he will be okay. But Alliance, bringing all 5 to bear on this top side, did clean up both Korok as well as Ix Mike, as well as save their tier 1 tower, and they could even turn this one around. What is the level of Treants? It's only level 3, and looks like they're instead not going to push that tower. But regardless, they have picked up 2 of Liquid's heroes, investing a lot to do that. They have left TC on the middle lane, Bulba on the middle lane, TC on the bottom lane, in order to get a couple levels there. But Bulba still has yet to find his level 6 mark, and Bulba's definitely used to not having that many levels, being the pretty much dedicated off-lane player of Liquid. But now that he has his Omni Slash, that means Loda, that means hell, anyone from Alliance, if they're caught alone, they're dead. And Windrunner with Balls of Steel, not going for that Wind Run at all. That takes guts, and oh, he's going to pay for it right now. Where Omni Slash, no, Omni Slash, Bulba, why? Why you do this to me? All you had to do, what? Omni Slash the Windrunner, for Pete's sake, that would have been a very dead Windrunner. Bulba greedy. That is greed right there, and Bulba let that greed get the best of him, and he is not going to get that kill. Shame on you, Bulba. That Omni Slash, why would you spin there? I mean, they don't know. Okay, they're going to try for Loda, and they're going to get this kill at least from the spin, right? Oh, please tell me they're going to get this kill. He doesn't have mana for Omni Slash. Blink away from Loda. Shackle onto Bulba as well. RP going to land onto 2. Already the Rubik is dead. Bulba's going to follow shortly after. Admiral Bulldog is here as well. S4 not attacking for some weird reason. But that's going to be all 3 dead from Liquid. Bulba, you have Omni Slash. It's a good spell. I highly encourage that you use it. They're going to let the PA get away. They're going to let the Windrunner get away. And those should have been at least one of those kills. I guess PA, well, either way, if Omni Slash was used, that would have been 1 guaranteed kill. But instead, there are no guaranteed kills. Alliance survive with all of their heroes, and Bulba holds on to his Omni Slash. Pure greed getting the best of this Juggernaut. He could have had at least 1 kill. Probably wouldn't have been able to stop the rotation from Alliance, but hell, they would have at least gotten something out of that. And now TC is going to have a crack at this top lane. He has a lot more to offer, I feel, than this Juggernaut, who is not willing to cast his ultimate. But they're looking for this tier 1 on this top tower. Maybe TC just wants the gold from this. Gonna get hit by a power shot, but this should be the death of the tower, one way or another. Let's see if EGM can actually get the deny. Will not find it. He's gonna teleport out just fine. Ix Mike unable to close the distance, actually trapped onto Loda. Is there a Phantom Strike to anything to keep him safe? Miss on the first Meld Strike. Are you kidding me? That blur. 20% evasion. Pretty good, man. But anyway, Liquid do take the first tower of this game, but they might it might cost them a tier 1 tower of their own unless rotation comes down. I mean, Korok could very easily go down to this mid lane and deal with S4, knowing that there's no RP on the other end. But Liquid seemingly wanting to go for some aggression on this top lane still, maybe having a little bit of trouble with the bottle. Either way, S4 is going to put more and more damage onto this tier 1 tower. Rotation is coming in the form of TC, Korok, as well as Fluff. S4 has got to steer away like right now. Ix Mike can lift him up. Look for the tower deny, look for the tower deny, look for the tower deny. Will get the tower deny. S4 on the run, will screw himself out, but he's doomed. Goodbye, S4. It was nice knowing you. He's going to shockwave out, try to get the kill onto Ix Mike, but he will die to the spin of Bulba. And the tower gets denied. Liquid, despite being 4 kills behind, should have a decent lead, although a little bit lead in the gold per minute chart. Kills not going to be there because of those that 4 kill differential. And Rubik does get away with his life, a little bit off of that shockwave. Illuminate's going to fly through. Liquid, though, have the level 1 healing ward up and available, going to give a little bit more longevity to this creep wave. I don't know how Blinding Flash makes you miss a tower. I feel like that shouldn't be possible. Looking for Aki with that LSA. Tower's going to drop, but Liquid going to pay for it with a lot of their HP pool. This is only a level 1 ward, mind you. Bulba going for a point in Blade Dance, very unorthodox build from the Juggernaut. is going to be enough to take down another tower, however. So Liquid, despite being down experience, going to find a lot of gold, and really I think they're okay with that. A lot of gold, going to benefit the TA, going to benefit the Lifestealer. And those heroes, I mean, although they do need a couple of base levels, TA, once she maxes out her meld, then her burst just goes through the roof. A Blink Dagger instead of that faster level 10 or whatever, I'm sure Korok is going to be okay with that, and he's going to find those levels eventually anyway. Blink Dagger will really set him up to make the best use of Refraction. Get in there close, maybe chase down Loda with that through that Phantom Strike and through the Blur mischance, which so far has not been too kind to Korok in this game. But 12 minutes in, 3 towers actually being claimed by Liquid. TC on the bottom lane, forgot about that one. Whereas the Alliance side have only brought down one of Liquid's towers, and that was in the end a denial from the Liquid side. Korok going to almost find enough gold for his Blink Dagger. Gonna have to be really careful. There is a Sentry Ward for Alliance right now, and Korok, although he does have TC inside of him, he is in so much danger right now because he thinks he is safe. Gonna lull them into a false insecurity, then really embarrass them, make him feel like a moron. Korok gonna move in. This is incredibly dangerous from Korok. I mean, it will give him his Blink Dagger gold if he has it on quick buy. If he does find a kill here, he's not gonna find it onto EGM. I don't feel. Aki, there's the target. There he is. There he is. There he is. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Get him. Yes, Aki is so dead. No, we'll wait. S4. Really, you want to go for the mag? You're not going to go for anyone because you ran out the Blink Dagger. Now they're going to find S4. There's the open wounds, but an instant skewer away up to the high ground. I think he's completely safe there. They don't have vision. And yeah, Fluff is around, but he cannot provide that vision. So Mag gonna do the shortest teleportation of all time and get himself back to the tier 2 tower. Throw out some shockwaves, Nature's Prophet ultimate as well. This push from Liquid stopped in an instant. And the aggression from Liquid has resulted into nothing. Korok, though, is going to find enough money for his Blink Dagger. Pick it up right now before you die, man. Tier 1 tower on the bottom lane being pushed by Bulldog, who has picked up a Hand of Midas, has kind of been forgotten about this entire game, has jumped in for many, many kills and assists. Okay, Omni Slash, there you go. Oh, not enough. One more hit. There you go. That's enough. Bulldog almost getting out of there alive, but Juggernaut finally burning that Omni Slash to kill off that Nature's Prophet, and hey, he's going to be happy about that. Has his drums, has his phase boots, does some pretty decent damage. And Liquid with double phase boots, armlet now on TC. They're looking to use their gold advantage to actually make a couple of tower kills happen. Korok, though, in a little bit of trouble. Does he have his Blink Dagger? He does. It's flying towards him right now. He does have a regen room, but Sentry Ward going to be dropped down, so meld not going to happen. If he had the Blink Dagger just a little bit earlier, he would have been safe to blink on out of there, dodge the Stifling Dagger mid-flight. Might be in a little bit of danger regardless, but either way, he does go down in the end. And push from tier 2, push on the tier 2 bottom lane, going to be stymied a little bit, I feel, by the rotation from Alliance. TC's going to stick around, has his Infest, might be feeling a little bit too overconfident. Does burn the Rage, but now he's going to have to worry about a couple more spells. Aki looking to get some Blinding Flash in, possibly Ike's Mic, and look for a lift. Going to find it onto S4. Although there still is an RP, now spotted out the Blink Dagger on the mag, so Liquid got to watch their spacing now. Korok going to get in there, and I think there's going to be, yes, a Lifestealer bomb. Someone blinked back, it was S4 burning the Blink Dagger, and okay, Korok is going to go straight to the front lines, wants initiation. Liquid have their early game gold advantage, they want to use that lead to get more of a lead through more towers, through more kills. They are going to have to worry about this top lane where Bulldog is pushing that one out. Bulba does not have the Omni Slash this time, so he will not be able to kill the Nature's Prophet. And mid lane, Loda's just farming it up. 800 gold on him. Has actually gone for the drums. I don't know if he's going to go for a Battle Fury. I don't think it's going to be on the docket this game. Regardless, split push from Alliance, and really trying to push against this Keeper of the Light is a lesson of futility for Liquid. It's just not going to happen. They don't have that great pushing. The Healing Ward only level 2. If it was level 3 right now instead of this 1 point in Blade Dance, then they could possibly go for it. But as of right now, another Infest gank, or another Infest attempted gank, being failed by Team Liquid. TC going to continue to find his farm, however, Ring of Basilius is going to be picked up from him. I guess he's looking for a Vlad's. Bottom lane, by the way, Rubik got stomped by 4 of Alliance. Magnus finding that kill, and now TC. Is there an RP? There is an RP as well as a blink. TC in a huge amount of trouble, and he doesn't have any support. Fluff and Bulba a little bit too far away, and if Loda and his gang wants to dive this, I guess S4 will be making the call with the Blink Dagger. Blinko Dagger. Bulba gonna get slowed down, and Alliance are definitely thinking about diving TC. TC is tanky, he has an armlet, but if they could kill him and lock him down, oh, this is gonna be beautiful for the Alliance side. They hit him with this Illuminate. Oh, barely TC dodges it. If they hit him with that Illuminate, that would have been the trigger to dive, because that would have been so much damage the Lifestealer would not be able to block. Tower is going to die regardless, one way or another. It looks like fortification is there, but TA is nowhere to be found, has no TP scroll as well. Shackle onto TC will slow him down from denying this tower, and Loda will find the time to bring that down. Loda, TC taking a lot of damage from the Illuminate in the meantime. He's actually going to go for a Vlad's. Yeah, Liquid want to make early game pushes happen using the gold advantage that they do have, but now the gold advantage kind of tied up a little bit by Alliance, who are now down by only one tower, and the gold, yeah, starting to dip towards the Alliance's side. Liquid gearing up for a very, very aggressive early mid-game. They know that the Assassin PA late game with the Empower on her is not going to be able to do, is going to be very difficult to deal with. Simply because Liquid, although they have a couple stuns, once the BKB comes up, they have nothing to deal with the Phantom Assassin aside from trying to man fight it out. But good luck trying to man fight a PA. That's just not going to happen unless you burst her down somehow or catch her without BKB. But I'm sure the BKB will come out relatively soon from the PA. Has 2,000 gold and looking to be pretty good in this game. Although TC still the highest farmed hero on the map, the rest is dominated by the Alliance side. Bulldog has gotten so many ganks in, just jumping in there for a couple of pokes and prods, with the Sprout adding as well. Nature's Prophet ultimate to Wrath of Nature helping his gold income as well. And Liquid with the Blink Dagger on Korok have so far been unable to find a single objective, and that's definitely not going to help. Taking an Illuminate, a Wild Illuminate. Aki had no idea that was going to hit, although he did. I think maybe he thought it was going to hit. Definitely wasn't aiming for it to hit, but it hit regardless. And well, Korok's looking for blood, but really 3 deaths on this TA. You would expect a little bit more from Korok's TA at this point, but so far has just not found the opportunities to make these sorts of kills happen. Every single place he goes, he's been met with no heroes on the Alliance side. He's going to find Aki, though. As soon as that Illuminate flies through, Korok's going to know to jump in and get in there. But an instant TP out on Aki, and Korok just going to be content to farm up just a little bit more gold. But really, going for the Vlads and not going for these kills is a mistake. If you're going to invest this much gold into an early game item like this, you need to make it. You need to get use of it early on. That might be through pushing a couple more towers with a level 3 healing ward now from the Juggernaut. But simply getting the Vlads and then farming is not the correct way to go, because you don't really need that Vlad's lifesteal on the Lifestealer. He has Feast, he has Open Wounds, which is maxed out, by the way. So TC clearly wants to go for as much aggression as he possibly can. Usually you don't see Open Wounds being maxed out because the slow is consistent at all levels, but the main thing that you get when you get more points in Open Wounds is a drastically reduced cooldown. 24 seconds down to 12 seconds. If you cut that time in half, you could be aggressive that much more of the time. TC can look to try to defend this tower by himself on this bottom lane, but really, wow, TC mind gaming the hell out of Alliance. The rest of his team was nowhere near being there, and TC acting like he had the rest of his team behind him, forcing everyone in Alliance off of the tower. Very good mind games from TC, but now the rest of his team might be in trouble because everyone from Alliance has moved up to the top lane. Shadowblade is up on the Nature's Prophet looking for someone to sprout. Will not find anyone, I feel. Even the courier gonna get out of there alive. But TC playing a very, very strong mind game with the Alliance side, and now going to teleport himself up to the top lane. Smoke up from Liquid, and EGM going to reveal that instantly. Everyone from Liquid, though, they're going to be revealed right outside the Observer Ward, so no surprises here for Alliance. They know exactly what's coming, and they should be able to deal with it, although Liquid, they do still have some sick early game. If they get caught in the RP, you got to remember that Korok, Bulba, Ix, Mike, and Fluff, they're all extremely soft heroes.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's,
and you could kill those heroes off in an instant. In the meantime, Admiral Bulldog still doing his pushing thing. This is what Bulldog does best on the Nature's Prophet. Going to force the TA back in. TA with Lifestealer inside of her is going to be unable to make anything happen. So Liquid, despite the fact that they are geared up for early game aggression, are not actually able to make that aggression happen. The split pushing from Alliance, both from Loda as well as Admiral Bulldog, making it so difficult for Liquid to actually get an engagement on. Liquid are itching to fight. They want to fight, but they're unable to fight because Alliance are just playing that so defensively. And I'm getting a couple of frame rate stutters. If it doesn't clear up, I'm going to have to pause it for just a little bit. Looks like it should be okay now since I said something about it, which usually isn't the way things work, but regardless, we are going to be dropping frame rate, goddammit. Okay, I'm going to pause it for just a sec, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back, and we should have a better frame rate now that I deleted some of the videos that were just sitting in my video folder. So we should be able to proceed as normal. Let's see if Liquid can get their aggression on, or if Alliance are going to continue to play this defensive game and get PA that much more farm. Going for the Yasha, kind of a weird choice from the Phantom Assassin. Usually you do see a lot more direct damage items as opposed to the more utility oriented damage item that is the Yasha. You know, go for the Battle Fury, as that has plus damage, as opposed to the Yasuo, which has plus agility, which is great, but there's no real plus damage associated with it. 16 damage is gained, but attack speed, movement speed, not really what you're looking for as the PA. But with the drums and Yasha, she's going to be rolling. She's moving at, like, what was that, 478 that I saw with the phase boots on? Yeah, she's moving real quick, but not going to necessarily go for the damage. But I guess with the Empower, you don't really need that. If you have more attack speed, that means either way you have the damage from the Empower. Clearly, 613 crit is not too bad versus the armor of the creeps. But we'll see what Loda wants to go for. Manta Style will definitely help versus the open wounds, versus the psionic traps from the TA. It's still a weird choice from Loda. Let's see if this man fight's going to go his way. Looks like it's not going to. But really, open wounds, you're not going to run away from TC. So TC clearly is still strong enough to take Loda in a 1-versus-1 fight. With the armlet, with the Vlad's extra lifesteal damage armor, as well as what looks like a basher coming up from TC. But Liquid's still unable to find their aggression. They're looking all over the map. They're going to not spot out Admiral Bulldog. He's invisible. And TA now going for crit. So, I mean, Korok does a lot of damage. TC does a lot of damage. Even Juggernaut does some decent damage. Now with level 4 Healing Ward, the level 1 Omni Slash will look for the level 2. The difference between level 1 Omni Slash and level 2 Omni Slash is huge. Actually take out 2 heroes, or take out 1 hero and still be safe for a little bit longer and not be completely screwed because you're no longer invulnerable. Either way, Juggernaut going to look for his Omni Slash, so he's looking for the Juggernaut build where 1 Omni Slash equals 1 kill, and then going to rely on the rest of his team to make the rest of the fight happen. Instead of going for the pure carry Juggernaut, going for straight up damage, we'll go for more of the spellcaster Juggernaut. Rely on the healing ward, rely on his Omni Slash to bring one person down and hopefully bring another person down really low. But Liquid, they are pushing on every front, so they're definitely applying pressure to Alliance, but that just means that Alliance have to go not too far past their tier 1 tower in order to get their farm. Loda's finding a lot of gold in this game, still behind TC in the gold per minute chart, and Liquid, is this going to be the aggression that they want? They don't have the Lifestealer with them, do they? They do. They're going to jump straight into S4, huge damage, going to try to secure his way out, but here comes the rest of them. LSA, Omni Slash onto Bulldog, that's going to be 2 down, going the way of Liquid, and they're going to be moving on to the tier 2 tower in the mid lane, or the Roshan, that both of them are good options. I guess with maxed out Meld, Roshan would probably be the easier option. And look at that, HP drop on that Roshan. With Alliance, they could jump in with the PA, but there's no RP, so anything that they do will simply be harassment. This Roshan is going to die. Basher is up on TC as well. Aegis on the TA, and now the tier 2 mid tower is in danger. Another 15 seconds before the mag is back up, so they have 15 seconds to do some damage. Will not be able to do that much, although if they catch EGM, it might be enough. No. Not a chance for Fluff to land that. Even with the phase boots now on Lina, I feel like Arcane Boots would be really helpful for his team, but regardless, it is going to be the push in the tier 1 tower. Got to watch out for this mag RP and try to get to the front lines as quickly as possible, and everyone from Liquid going to back on out of there. They still have to worry about Loda farming on this bottom lane, looking to go for some lifesteal actually. Gonna go for the intermediate items galore. If Liquid can continue to find those picks on 1 or 2, it's really all they need. Just snowball Korok, get him that much more golden experience, keep down the couple of Alliance heroes, because at a certain point, PA, she's gonna carry the game for you, right? Or at least that's what the plan is for Alliance. But if she doesn't have any backup at all, no RP, no shackle shots, no illuminate to fly through either, she's not going to 1v5 the likes of TC, Korok, as well as an Omni Slash from Bulba. So if Liquid can continue to find these picks, then they'll be looking to be pretty good in this game. But other than that, every single moment that passes is just more farm, where the PA, who is definitely the hardest carry in this game, just being an agility hero who's getting a lot of farm and has friggin' coup de grace. It's scary going up against this PA in the late game. And Liquid, they have the right idea of trying to end this game early, using the heroes that, although some would consider them carries, I mean, you definitely consider Lifestealer carry. TA can carry the game as well if she gets stacked enough. They do have a little bit more early mid-game potential than the PA, so Liquid trying to make good on that early mid-game window, but so far it's been really difficult for them. They might now lose this tier 1 tower. Yes, it is definitely going to drop. Let's see if Fluff and IXMI can outlast hit EGM and the siege creep. Looks like they will be able to. His tower is going to be denied 100%, and it's going to be Fluff to take that denial. In the meantime, Fluff, still TC still in spot lane, pushing that one out, really just feeding creep wave after creep wave into the mouth of Loda. Although TC's getting a lot of farm, he's not really using it. He went for the early game items in the Vlads, and now going to go for the Basher will help deal with this PA, definitely. But I feel like Liquid are just waiting for a little bit too long. Maybe maybe they're just gambling with the fact that TA and TC together will be able to deal with the late game from Alliance. But as the Empower gets up, Loda's going to be hitting very hard. And plus 72 with like no damage items. Now is Manta style. So PA going for defensive before anything else. I still feel like BKB would be better, but yeah, these dragons are screwed. They don't know who they're fighting up against. Big smoke up though from Liquid. TC on the front lines is revealed, and everyone from Liquid looking for aggression. Once again, these wards and kind of unfortunate smoke dispels is going to mean that the aggression from Liquid is not going to be there. The rest of they are still smoked, but Alliance, they're going to sack this tower. Oh no, they're going to smoke up. They want blood. They have an RP, and Liquid, oh, they're really clumped up right now. If S4 can get in there, spots out too. Omni Slash from Bulba looking for it, but S4 blinks out immediately. TC pushing down the tier, pushing down the lane, and it's going to be Admiral Bulldog jumping ship for just a little bit with the TP scroll. We'll be able to return back to those fights in a second, but Liquid should be able to take down this tier 2 tower. I feel it's going to be difficult against this Illuminate, which is being charged up by Aki. And goodbye to your creep wave. Healing ward? What healing ward? TC gonna tank everything up. There's a 2-man RP on S4, instantly stolen by IX Mike. However, can they bring down this Rubik? Gonna get the 2-man RP in retaliation. Loda's down. Omni Slash being used as well. And everyone from Lions is going to be in full retreat. TC and Fluff shackled together will halt their advance, but blink forward from Korok. Meld hit. Another hit as well, but the mech does keep Aki safe. But in the end, it is going to be the PA as well as the Mag. Two of the biggest threats from Liquid, to Liquid, are now down, and Liquid are going to be pushing the high ground. Illuminate's still going to be so problematic for them, but Korok and TC, both immune to that first blast, will be, and Bulba also, I guess, do that Blade Fury, and they will keep the creep wave alive. The Illuminate actually a little bit off target, and the tower going to drop slowly but surely. Power shots will bring TC very low, actually. Fluff and Stuff gonna get shackled to Bulba. This could be an opportunity for Alliance, but again, they don't have the PA, they don't have the Mag, and the tier 3 tower is gonna drop. Bulldog still in the bottom lane, and the Raxes are now in danger. They have 5 seconds before the Mag gets back, but he doesn't have an RP, will only have a Skewer, and looks like the Raxes will be taken by Liquid. Their mid-game aggression is going to be met with some fruit of their labor. Fluff and Stuff, very weak, will get brought down to a shockwave. IX Mike as well gonna get jumped upon by Loda. Instant lift up into the air, but will drop to Nathan Crawford, who's finally teleported into this fight. Korok trapped in the Sprout is revealed by something. Will get shackled to a tree, will lose the Aegis right now. TC gonna try to teleport out of there, will stick the landing. TA gotta blink out like as soon as you revive. Blink, not gonna happen. Gonna try to meld or something, but there's a gem on Windrunner, so you cannot escape from that. But Liquid take the melee racks. They got exactly what they came for. Did lose a couple in the retreat, but you know what? I think they're going to be completely okay with that, because that gave Bulba enough gold to finish up his Aghanim Scepter. We have Lifestealer, who does have enough gold to buy up an Abyssal Blade, although will probably save for buyback first. TA has 1,000 gold in her pocket. Fluff and Stuff sitting at a lot of gold as well, as is the IX Mike, who's going to be purchasing up the Blink Dagger. Push onto the Alliance side. They know that this lane is going to be problematic for them, so they want to push it out as much as they can. If they could take a tier 2 tower out of it, so be it. But they do have an empowered PA, and they do have reverse polarity. Let's see if IX Mike could make this steal happen once again. If they could steal the RP and lock down Loda, that could be this push completely ground to a halt from the Alliance side, but the tower is going to be destroyed. And it looks like Alliance, are they going to keep pushing this? They have the Nature's Prophet, and Liquid don't have the greatest anti-push in the world. Bulba is going to be the only one to defend this for now. Has to deal with some critting Phantom Assassin illusions. Can do some pretty good work towards Bulba, actually. And S4 looking for a Blink Skewer will find it. No, Bulba juking it out despite being silenced. So, a little bit of a display of power from Alliance, but they will fall back in the end. IX Mike hunting down Aki. Throw him up the cliff. Throw him up the cliff. Will instead throw him towards Korok as well as TC. Aki never knew what hit him. Keeper Light gonna drop, and that means that Liquid with 30 seconds on the clock could go for this tier 2 tower in the mid lane. Should be an easy pickup from them. TC has bought out with the Abyssal Blade. He will find enough gold to buy back if he does take down that tower. And a Daedalus up on the TA. Wow, the items from Liquid are quite frankly really scary. But Mag still has the RP. Doesn't really matter how many items you have, you cannot attack. Liquid gonna make a straight push down to the tier 2 tower. The fortification is available. The backdoor protection is also active. But the healing ward means that TC is going to be eating tower shots like an absolute boss all day long. Illuminate finally is back up from Aki, so they could defend. Although the Alliance, they're going to go for the tier 3s on the bottom lane. They want to equalize these Raxes. Let's see who's going to push faster. Ix Mike going to send the Fade Bolt through, which is going to help so much with the minus damage versus the creeps. Fortification is going to pop, and Alliance might actually get a crack at the Aegis without a fight. They do still have the blink into RP. Bulba on the front lines instantly gets silenced. Shackle is going to lash in a huge crit, going to bring Bulba so very low. Will die to the Orchid. RP is going to catch onto 3. TC can take no damage from this one, but Loda is there, instantly getting hit by the Missile Blade. TC needs to find someone. He's going to miss a lot onto the PA. Laguna Blade is going to be burned by Fluff, and they're going to now go for EGM. Force that up to the high ground. Fluff and stuff looking for the blind. LSA will barely miss. The Raxes, though, held by Liquid, and now the lane momentum is going to go the complete other direction. The Mag as well as PA both getting dropped down. No BKB means Laguna Blade, it hurts. It's a level 2 ultimate, and that does a lot of damage. So 32 minutes in, Liquid do not take the tier 3, although they do put a little bit of damage there. The important thing for Liquid is that they have held on to their towers. So Alliance are going to have to go make another push at some other point in the game in order to take these Raxes, but they pretty much get a free uncontested tier 3 tower. Even if, I guess, the PA had a BKB, then the Abyssal Blade would have been there, but either way, Alliance get a tier 3 tower. Do lose a couple of heroes in exchange for that. I don't know if it's necessarily worth it, but it will open up the window for the Raxes at a later point. Liquid probably will look towards this tower on the top side, or even look towards the Roshan, which is going to be up in another minute or two. Liquid do have a good amount of momentum in this game. Golden experience both in favor of Liquid, albeit not by much. So PA, if she could find her farm, then she could definitely make stuff happen in this game. But so far has gone for a super defensive build, and that's a defensive build that if she could stay attacking, then she'll be fine. Which means that she's gonna have to rely on S4 to set up with the RP so that she could be completely safe from any sort of damage from the outside. But no BKB means that LSA, telekinesis, as well as the slows from the Lifestealer will be really hampering the PA's advance. So yeah, I think PA is gonna have to look toward that BKB. Will be full on aggressive. Will be decked out in will be decked out in defensive items. But with the Empower, with the natural damage the PA does put out through the Phantom Strike attack speed as well as the crit, we'll be able to put out some decent damage regardless, especially if Mag hits a good RP. And so far the RPs have been decent, but the follow-up from the RPs has simply not been there. I mean, it doesn't matter if you catch all 5, if you can't do any damage during that time period, it's not going to matter. And Loda as well as Bulldog very cautious in pushing down this bottom lane. They really got to keep putting momentum towards it, or else the melee Rax that has been taken by Liquid will start to push the lane back towards the Alliance space, and they're all going to get out of there. Liquid going to move down to the bot lane perhaps, or just look for wards. They will set up for the Roshan. You can see so many Psionic Traps, Observer wards everywhere, as well as TA illusions. The Roshan is now up, spotted by Liquid. Are they going to go for it? Korok with the Daedalus as well as Meld will make it very easy, but this time there is an RP on the other end. So if any attempt from Roshan from the Liquid side will be met by an angry Magnus with an empowered PA right behind him. So I think going into the Roshan pit will definitely be straight up suicide right now. Could they? Oh, I thought they were attacking Roshan. No, it's actually just a Psionic Trap, getting rid of the vision. But either way, Alliance will be able to defend the Roshan, at least for now. I feel like Korok and TC, or if they both go in there, like Smoke or something, then they could steal the Roshan from right under the nose of Alliance. But still, investing that many heroes into the Roshan pit against an RP, that is dangerous business, and Liquid really don't have the counter initiation that they really would require. If they get hit by an RP, they're just going to crumble. They're going to set up as much vision as they can and try to go for a steal on this Roshan. With Fluff and Stuff and Ix Mike, Bulba all on the sidelines of this Roshan pit, they'll be trying to defend against a Blink RP, but they will not be able to defend it from this north side. No shop, bad shop. Roshan going to get dropped down, and it is going to be picked up by a TA. Everything is going to go for Liquid. Was there a skewer? Did I hear a skewer? No, I didn't. TA is going to find the Aegis of the Immortal with the Daedalus still up. And now Liquid going to look to crack the rest of this mid lane. They already did bring the tower down a little bit lower, although top lane looking very delicious as well. Looks like that is going to be what they're going to go for in the end. And Alliance, they're going to have to be forced to let this tier 2 tower go. Not a huge loss for them. They really wouldn't want to risk that fight, I don't feel. But Liquid have 6 minutes in which they could be as aggressive as they want. And unless they get hit by a 4 or 5 man RP, they should be able to at least take this tier 2 tower, at the very least, and maybe even take this tier 3 on the mid tower, or possibly get some pressure on the Raxes. But that's if everything goes very, very well. Bulba is almost at his level 16 marks with the Omni Slash. Will be doing a lot of damage to the Alliance side, but if they're all together, they do have the mech up on Aki as well as the Ghost Scepter. So ideally, they would Keeper of the Light would want to take the brunt of that and then cancel all the damage out from the Omni Slash. But either way, it's going to be pushed on the top lane from Liquid. They're going to take this tier 2, although tier 2 of their own in the mid lane is in a little bit of danger. Bulba as well as TC should be able to take this one out, and the rest of the team going to TP on back. Draw the creep aggro off of the tower. Everyone from Alliance, they're grouping up to try to deal with this tier 2 tower push, I feel, but the tier 2 tower on their top lane does in fact drop. So taking another look at the advantage, it's going to be Liquid going both ways. Alliance, the RP PA combination is going to be what's keeping them alive in this game, as well as the counter push given by Aki. But if this happens, if Aki gets jumped right now, he's going to take so much damage. Goodbye, Keeper of the Light. No, Ghost Scepter will keep him alive for just a little bit more. Blink into RP, catching the 2 damage dealers, skewering them back as well. TC getting hit by a huge crit. Immediately Abyssal's Blade, the PA, but he's going to drop in the end. Korok going to try to go for EGM, but he's the one with Wind Run. He's going to lose the Aegis. Where's the rest of Liquid right now? They're nowhere to be seen. Ix Mike going to steal the Skewer, not going to be too useful here. Korok going to die in instant. Omni Slash can do some heavy damage onto Bulba, onto Admiral Bulldog as well as S4, but it's not going to be enough. Loda still with the damage is going to pursue Bulba as well as Fluff. Shackle's not going to land, but Loda's going to get one huge crit. Shockwave as well. LSA is going to fall, but it's a little bit too late. Is there buyback? There is buyback on the TA, but oh my god, Loda is not going to be too happy with the rest of Liquid surviving, and Admiral Bulldog is going to teleport straight in. Going to buy some items, going to snag the Courier as well, possibly, but all 5 are down from Liquid. Alliance in the Liquid base cannot take anything except for this bottom lane, which the Raxes have been exposed at an earlier point. That is the worst possible fight to go from Liquid, and that's going to cost them a set of Raxes. TA is going to buy back into the game, as is Bulba, but really, what can the Juggernaut do right now? He's not geared up to deal with the likes of this. Korok can deal with this push a little bit. Raxes is in a little bit of danger. They should be able to hold it, at least for now, unless they get caught out once again. Shackle going to latch onto Korok, and Loda's going to jump right in. This Raxes is going to not hold up long enough, and that's the death of Korok. Yet again, no buyback. 10 seconds until TC is going to return, but the Raxes have already been taken. This team fight from Alliance, that was such a messy team fight from Liquid. There was basically 2 fights going on. One with the Lifestealer and TA, and then one with everyone else in Liquid down here doing God knows what. But that is essentially Liquid giving Alliance a free set of Raxes. They should be able to defend the rest of them. EGM going to get lifted up into the air, spin as well, but he does have a 4 staff, so he'll be able to turn this one around actually if he wants to. Loda, if he just turns around for Bulba, yeah, wait for the crit. Sprout going to hold Loda in. There's the Omni Slash. Might bring down Admiral Bulldog. Shadow Blade will cancel off the rest of the Omni Slash. Dust a little bit too late. S4 going to catch another 2 in the RP. Bulba's going to die instantly to Loda. TC in his rage form will Abyssal Blade Loda once again, but he's out of rage time. Loda's going to continue chasing him down. Latch will not hit on TC, but it's actually going to be Ix Mike going to drop first. Then a silence onto Fluff. They're going to take Liquid one at a time, and S4 going to blink forward. Fluff and Stuff's going to die to Loda, who is relentless in his chasing due to the movement speed from the drum as well as Manta Style. That's going to be another 4 down from Liquid. Without buyback, TA is going to come right back into this fight, but the mid lane is now in trouble. Alliance, relentless in this push, will find kill after kill after kill, because Liquid need these ultimates to fight. They need to be together, but they're just not being together. And now TC, slowed down, will be forced out of range, and the mid Raxes are in trouble. Loda will pop off the Manta Style, and this Rax, wow, look at the damage onto these Raxes. Edge Prophet dishing as well as Loda with that Empower. Mid lane gets completely carved out, and what looked like to be such a great game for Liquid, thrown in an instant. Look at this. Boom. 6,000, 7,000 gold swing. Even more in the experience. And 2 Raxes down from Liquid. Really, this shows at this level of play, it just takes one slip up. One mistake. That mistake happened right here with TC and Korok jumping in, with the rest of Liquid being over here. The small things, that just led to a huge snowball, and Liquid, they're not out of it just yet, but after that push, look at this. PA swimming in gold, EGM with 1,500, Sheepstick completed on the Aegis Prophet with an extra 2,000 on him, 4 staff being picked up from the Keeper Light with an extra 1,000 on him, and S4 has 4,500 gold from that push. Liquid just threw the game, pretty much. They threw their advantage at the very least. They're still not out of it. But Alliance, with just so much gold now, they'll have so many more items. And what is it going to be for PA? That's what I want to know. 7,400 gold. She could buy whatever she wants right now. She could go for a Sange and Yasha if she really wants to. Yasha won't stack with a Manta Style, but hell, you could go for whatever you want. Damage, it's going to be Oh yes, it's going to be Satanic, it looks like. Feeling comfortable with the amount of damage that he already does do. Going to go for pure survivability. We'll find it. Has another 3,100 gold in the bank. Why not? Just spend a little bit more. Maybe an MKB would be nice. But Liquid trying to make a push on this mid lane. Korok has TC inside of him once again. Bulba on the front lines. Will with the healing ward. Healing ward is going to get sniped, however. Residual healing will keep him alive from those tower shots for just a little bit longer. But again, Bulldog on this bottom lane. Now they need Liquid. Need 2 heroes to deal with Bulldog, because Bulldog could just turn around and fight if it's just 1 hero. Like if Bulba goes down to defend there, instant silence, right clicks, then when he starts to get away, instant hex, right clicks, and then Bulba should be dead at that point. Shackle Bulba, not gonna latch. Once again, pushing against this Keeper of the Light. Liquid have got to commit, and there's the commitment straight onto S4, but he does force staff himself out of there and get a 2-man RP. I saw this episode before. IX Mike, though, steals Shockwave, not what he wants to steal. TC getting dropped very, very low. Will be forced to rage out of there, but Loda is there with the right-click damage. Will get stunned by the Basher, but he will finalize that kill. Omnislash to the EGM, as well as the Illusion's going to burn the rest of that Omnislash out, and now Fluff is up on the run from Loda. Huge crit, 1,284, and 4 down from Liquid. Korok's the only one to survive, and there's the GG call. Liquid, they had the game in the palm of their hand, but one poor fight, and they're going to call GG on that game. So ladies and gentlemen, after 42 minutes play, Alliance are going to take game number 1, so they're going to be 2 up. If they win the next game, that's going to be it for Liquid. Would have fought their way all the way through the losers bracket for absolutely nothing. So GG to Alliance, and we're going to be moving on to game number 2 of the grand finals coming up right after this quick fast forward. And Benny Hill, maybe I could actually get rid of some of the videos that I have so I could get rid of that frame rate issue, although it seems like what I did fixed it. That's going to be it, guys. If you enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe. If you did not, let me know why. Other than that, GG. See you in the next one.